Tad is a talented guy who made several great archaeological discoveries, but he never got any recognition. He tries his luck again and starts his search for the Emerald Tablet that is supposed to have the power of gods. Tad Stones is a self-claimed archaeologist who doesn't have a degree, but great talent and unbeatable passion for ancient discoveries. After the failed attempts of getting recognition, Tad has finally enrolled for a degree in archaeology. Even in the university, his talent is underestimated, and he's only given the task to hold brushes and clean stones. While exploring an old cave in Mexico, Tad notices an interesting symbol on the wall. He informs his team, but they don't give any importance to his opinion. Tad presses the symbol, and he falls down in a hole. There he finds an Egyptian sarcophagus and wonders what it's doing in Mexico. The cave is falling apart, but Tad's girlfriend Sara saves him. She is a famous archaeologist and the daughter of world's greatest discoverer, Dr. Lavrov. Tad tells everyone what he saw in the cave, but no one seems to believe him. They don't know what a great explorer Tad is. He had found the secret city of Patiti and the necklace of King Midas, and a real mummy lives in Tad's apartment as his friend. However, he can't tell anyone about his achievements as it is too dangerous for the world. The archaeologist team blames Tad for ruining their exploration and kicks him out. Sara tries to cheer him up and says that one day everyone will know about his talent. With a sad face, Tad gets back to his home in Chicago. On seeing him, an old lady starts complaining about the smell coming from his apartment and the huge amount of packages arriving at his door for the past 2 months. It's all because of Tad's friend Mummy living there. He was kicked out of Paititi, and since then he has been bothering Tad. He even spent all of Tad's savings to buy unnecessary stuff from the internet. Tad doesn't even have the energy to scold Mummy. He's still thinking about his bad luck. Next morning he continues his university classes, but all he learns there is different types of cleaning brushes. After the classes, Tad gets a call from an unknown number, and the lady on the other side tells him to get in the car in front. She wants to offer him an adventure. Tad excitedly gets in the car and the driver takes him to an unknown place. There he meets an occult investigator named Professor Victoria Moon. She also has a mystery TV show where she talks about spirits and the secrets of the universe. She believes that this world is full of phenomena that go beyond all reasons. She tells Tad a story of an Egyptian battle that happened centuries ago. It took place between Pharaoh Cheops and his sorcerer Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes created an object with the power of the gods which controlled magic. He called it the Emerald Tablet. Thanks to its power, the kingdom of Cheops achieved heights of splendor never before seen. Tired of the pharaoh never acknowledging his merits, Hermes decided to control the power of the tablet to overthrow the king. He created an enchantment to unleash the beasts of the underworld against Cheops' armies. But the pharaoh discovered the plan and he hid the tablet so that no one would ever be able to use it again. This legend spread throughout the world. All the great conquerors of history searched high and low for the Emerald Tablet to get its power. But only Napoleon Bonaparte was able to find it. He couldn't control the power of the tablet and he feared that the tablet would fall into the enemy's hands. So Napoleon returned the tablet to its hideout and erased all traces of its whereabouts. But his archaeologist, Dominique Vivant Denon, left behind an engraving that leads to the tablet. Victoria believes that the engravings are in Dominique's office in Louvre. He was the museum's first director, but his office disappeared during the renovations of the building. Victoria knows this all because she has Dominique's personal diary with a fragment of the Emerald Tablet. It started shining on the day when Tad discovered the Egyptian sarcophagus. It must be linked to the tablet, and Victoria wants the archaeologist team to work with her on this project, and she asks Tad to persuade them. She also tells Tad that the ancient pendant his dog Jeff swallowed is the key to open the sarcophagus. Tad requests some time to think over it and returns home. Suddenly, Sara calls him and asks him to watch the TV. The archaeologist team has pulled out the Egyptian sarcophagus. Tad discovered it first, but his name is nowhere. Tad tells Sara that he knows how to open the sarcophagus thanks to Victoria, but Sara advises him to stay away from Victoria. She was Sara's classmate and always seemed weird. Despite the warning, Tad sneaks into the museum in the middle of night and tries opening the sarcophagus with the pendant. It opens up easily and reveals a small mummy inside. While Tad is studying the writings, his friend Mummy messes up with the sarcophagus and activates the curse. Tad hides away, but his pets Jeff and Belzoni and Mummy are pulled towards the sarcophagus. The curse merges the bodies of Jeff and Belzoni, while Mummy also keeps changing into a crocodile against his will. The whole museum is destroyed in this mess, and the police arrive to investigate. Tad grabs his friends and escapes. Mummy researches on the internet about Dominique and finds his museum in Paris. Tad decides to start his exploration to find the Emerald Tablet. Once he succeeds, no one will call him a loser again, and he can remove the curse from his friend. As he is financially broke, they travel to Paris by hiding inside a delivery package. The next morning, the archaeologist team reaches the museum and also calls the investigators Agent Ramirez and Agent Sam Pickle. After looking around for a while, they eventually find Tad's backpack he left behind in a hurry. Now an army of police will be heading after the poor explorer. Seeing this, Sara rushes out to save Tad. She meets Victoria on the way, who tells her that Tad is Paris. She also invites Sara to find Tad together, but Sara immediately refuses and steps out of the car. Meanwhile, the idiot Mummy is posting about his journey on Instagram, and the police use this information to locate Tad. He has already reached Paris, and with the help of clues given by Victoria, Tad finds Dominique's office hidden under a statue in his museum. There he meets another alive mummy named Ramona. She claims to be an ancient queen who was discovered by Dominique. He locked Ramona here so other people wouldn't find out about her. Tad tells Ramona that he is an explorer and wants to remove the curse from his friends by finding the Emerald Tablet. Before Ramona could help him, the police reached there. Ramona knows a secret exit, but she wants Tad to take her heavy bathtub along with them. They fall outside in the lake, and Tad uses a motor to turn the bathtub into a boat. After a few minutes of driving, they leave behind the police, but Agent Sam and Agent Ramirez get in their way. Tad loses the control of the bathtub, and he slashes through the agent's boat. They stop after a while and start planning their next move. Ramona agrees to help them in finding the tablet on one condition. Tad has to exhibit her in a museum and make sure that her name is highlighted in the history. Tad agrees, and Ramona reveals that there's a special map to find the tablet, but they first need to get the key to the map. It's hidden in cataracts of the Nile in Egypt. Mummy gets excited and posts about their progress on his Instagram. Tad scolds Mummy for giving trail to the police, and he throws his phone in the water. Mummy gets hurt, and the curse starts to dominate, turning him into a huge crocodile. He can't even recognize anyone. Luckily, Ramona calms him down with his favorite rubber duck, and Mummy turns back to normal. If Tad doesn't find the tablet in time, the curse will become permanent. Meanwhile, Sara investigates Dominique's office to figure out why Tad is suddenly after the tablet. Victoria reaches there too and tells her about the curse. She also finds the map that will lead them to the tablet. Victoria believes that Tad must find the tablet location even without the map, and he must be heading there already. To translate the map, Sara needs the help of the archaeologist team, so she calls them over urgently. On the other side, Tad and his team hide in a parcel again to reach Egypt and get a boat to the Nile waterfall. On the way, Ramona tells Tad that she could only rule for 3 days because her jealous cousin killed her for the throne. That's why her name is not in history. Tad can relate because he doesn't get any recognition either. After a while, they reach their destination. There's a cave behind the waterfall which is hiding a trunk that contains the map key. It doesn't look like a key, but more of a small triangular crystal. As soon as they move further, the police catch them from all sides. The officers even start shooting at Tad like he is a serial killer. They want to punish him because he also destroyed the Mona Lisa painting. Actually, Mummy was the one who did it. Tad gets really angry on hearing this and says that Mummy is responsible for all this mess and he is nothing more than a burden. Mummy gets hurt again and turns into a flying crocodile. Ramona and Tad hang on the crocodile's tail and they escape the police. Sara and the archaeologist team reach the location on the map. They break into the cave, and Victoria starts looking for the map but finds nothing. The archaeologist team gets angry and calls Victoria a scammer. Tad has also reached there, and he wants to secretly get into the cave. Mummy disguises as a traveler, and Ramona pretends to be dead. They distract the archaeologist team, and Tad gets inside the cave. After meeting Sara, he puts on the crystal key on the rock there. It starts rising and reveals a glowing map to the location of the Emerald Tablet. Tad gets excited and calls the archaeologist team inside to see his discovery. The team finally accepts that Tad is not a loser. Suddenly, Victoria starts behaving strangely. She is getting possessed by the Emerald Tablet. The tablet itself wants to get freedom as soon as possible. Victoria runs away to get the tablet first and traps the rest for them in the cave. When they clear the entrance, they find the police army on the other side. Tad and the archaeologist team tries to explain the situation, but Agent Sam doesn't listen to a word. He also takes Ramona to display her in a museum. On the way, Tad apologizes to everyone, as he believes he brings danger to everyone around him. His obsession to get recognition has put all of his friends in trouble. Sara says they should escape and find the tablet so Mummy can be cured. But Tad prefers to stay locked up so he doesn't hurt anyone further. Suddenly, Mummy gathers strength to say that Tad is the best archaeologist because he found Mummy. This encourages Tad, and he gets ready to continue the adventure. They use Mummy's crocodile form again and escape the police. However, Ramona stays behind because her desire to be in a museum is going to be fulfilled soon. Tad and others reach the cave mentioned in the map, and it leads them to a whole city hidden inside. Tad finds the place where the tablet should be, but Victoria has already grabbed it. She completely turns evil and opens the portal to invite the beasts from the underworld. Mummy is deeply under the curse and attacks Tad and Sara. Luckily, they are saved by Ramona, who sacrificed her wish to help her new friends. After getting chased by the crocodile away for a while, Tad finally reaches the tablet, but Mummy accidentally falls in the portal. Tad opens his eyes to see himself backstage of a huge event. It is held to exhibit Tad's latest discovery, the Emerald Tablet. Tad walks forward to live the moment he has been waiting for years, but he starts missing his friends. The stage and everything around is just an illusion created by the tablet. Tad gets back the control on his body and throws the tablet inside the portal. The curse is removed and they all hug each other. When they get out of the cave, the police are already there, but they don't want to arrest Tad anymore. The archaeologist team has explained everything. However, Agent Ramirez requests Tad to keep this discovery a secret as well because the tablet is too dangerous. Now, Tad doesn't care about recognition anyway. He has formed the most unique and the most talented archaeologist team of his own. Together, they are going to discover all the hidden secrets of the world. You don't need someone's approval for your talent. You know who you are and what you are capable of achieving. Just focus on your goal. The world will recognize you soon anyway.